Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is an end of the month for January tarot oracle reading. And Cancer, you are the star of this astrological insight. If your sun sign is not Cancer, we still all have a little bit of Cancer in us. If you have your birth chart, which house is it in? That's where this energy shows up for you. My goal is to provide valuable information to empower you. This is a collective or general reading, so just be aware parts may or may not resonate with you. And also, this is a timely reading, meaning if you're watching it now, it's the perfect time for you. Having said that, if it's been some time since I posted this, look back when that was and what was going on in your life at that time. This may give you further information regarding your situation. Oh, do you want to come and do the reading too? My cat Stella is here. She's going to join us for the reading. Okay, your job is to lay on my lap and purr. She raises the vibration. She does a good job. Good girl. All right, so we have the star here. So the star energy is talking about, you're born to shine and you have your own special uniqueness that you bring to the planet. And you're dipping your foot in the universal waters here. And you have two vessels. So you're pouring, it's like alchemy, you're taking the elements of you to add to the universe. And then you're taking that and you're pouring it onto Earth. And this is your own special quality that you were made for, that you are unique with, and that you have been destined to add to the Earth at this time. Well, not just to the Earth, to the universal waters. And then we have the Four of Wands. And so this is a card about marriage. Generally, in tarot, this is the marriage card. It could mean just a commitment of some sort. If you're not, if you're already married, or, well, if you're already married, it could be about your marriage. But it could also be about a business or a partnership in that kind of sense, like a commitment that you're making. But generally, let's go with the marriage. And this is like having the happy family and, the children and the castle. And basically, this is saying that you're at the beginning of the fulfillment stage. And this is talking like, to put it into context, that you have the down payment for your castle, which is a huge accomplishment. You're still going to have to make the mortgage payments. And if you are in a marriage, you're still going to have to keep working on your marriage to keep it healthy and happy. But this is saying congratulations, like you're getting married or you're enjoying the married life. And we have Eight of Wands, and there's conception here. So this is talking, the Eight of Wands is about, like, this is actions being taken, and they've been launched, and so it's already happening. So these are just waiting to land. This card can also represent actual conception of a child, and so that's what I was picking up. Perhaps you've conceived a child, and you're beginning now you've been married, and now you're starting a family. If that's the case, congratulations. And we have strength. So this is talking about having the courage to face your fears around this. This is talking about this young woman is reaching into this lion's mouth. This is a mature lion, yet he's allowing her to do so. He has his tail tucked under and he's submissive because the lion represents her fear. And she is having the courage to face her fear and the strength to do so that she can have infinite potential. And this is, especially if you're having a child, this would be a great way to, a great activity to engage in, is to really look at how you were raised. And because quite often we're imprinted in our subconscious mind by what has happened in our early childhood. And that plays a big role in how we function during, our lives, but in particular, how we function as parents. And so we have, okay, so there's the shift disturber. So the shift disturber is someone who is, a walking contradiction. There's two swords here, and then there's these five that he's sneaking away. Now he's looking back, and he is so he's looking back to the past, but he's moving forward and he's not looking where he's going. Plus he's on tiptoe. So this is usually represents some sort of different, a walking contradiction. There's shifty energy here. This could be a thief. He's not a thief in the night because this is broad daylight. But I'm picking up this other energy where for some of you, this may represent that you are having a challenge in getting pregnant. This is representing the two people, and that maybe you've gone for in vitro fertilization or something like that. And so sometimes this card can represent innovative thinking, and the swords can represent the energy of a surgeon, that kind of energy. So I don't know, I'm just picking up for some of you that what this might represent is just that you have gone through, other ways than natural ways to be able to conceive a child. And so double, there could, but I don't know how many there are here, but there's 5 swords here. So, but this could also represent that, that you have tried before and it didn't work, and now and this time it has. That's the kind of energy I'm picking up. And then we have the Queen of Cups. And so the Queen of Cups is someone who's, she's the queen of love, and she's holding her cup, and it's showing that she has a lid on her cup. And this is showing that she is a container for unconditional love. And so this is someone who is most likely to be the most maternal of all the queens. And this is saying the energy is talking about having being in the energy of total love for your family, your children, everything like that. And I feel like, again, I'm really picking up this energy around being pregnant and or ready for pregnancy. So this is in the makes, or I feel like this has been launched already though. And then we have the world. Yeah, your world will change if you have babies, and especially if you have more than one at once. Then yeah, you will. It's definitely going to change for the better though, because this energy is talking about an achievement. You've achieved some sort of achievement, and now it's time to move on to the next step. So I really feel like that's a real good energy for you. And then we have, okay, in the past here, or in this energy, we have sabotage coming in. So this is talking about being stabbed in the back and left for unalive. And there was, a lot of energy put into this. I'm still almost feeling like this is just talking about the energy in the past of maybe when you were doing your best to conceive and you weren't able to, and then you had in vitro fertilization, and maybe it didn't work the first few times or whatever, and now this time it's stuck. And so that's the kind of, this card sometimes represents going through a very challenging time and feeling like whatever you're doing wasn't working. Normally this does mean being backstabbed and left for unalive by people, but I feel like this is more an energy in this case of this. I'm just feeling intuitively that that's what this is about, and that this energy is now like this, everything you've been to you're going to see it's a blessing in disguise, because every time that it didn't happen, it made you more determined that it would happen, that kind of energy. I feel like you've really been through an emotional roller coaster with this. So this is really awesome, this energy. I'm happy for you if this is the case. This is kind of a specific reading or specific situation, basically. So this is talking, let's clarify here. This is talking about how you identify yourself right now, and your self-image is, okay, you've conceived or launched a project. You have your abundance and self-worth, and this is talking about being able to face all your fears around this. And because of that, because of facing your fears, you're able to have infinite potential in creating this. This is the communication and from early life. And so I feel like this is something that you've always wanted to do. Like you've always just thought, well, this is going to be part of my life for sure. And then possibly, it wasn't as easy. It didn't come as easy for you as you would have thought. And this is talking about your emotional foundation for what I'm getting. You really want to be a mother, and it's specifically a woman energy, like you're maternal, and you really want this. You really want to be a mother. Stella, no. Sorry, my cat had jumped down. She's chewing on the electrical cord. I don't know why. She's had a rough day today, so she accidentally knocked some stuff over, and oh my goodness, she accidentally fell in the tub of water. She's used up a few of her lives today. So so now here we have the achievement and the creativity. So this is talking about, the achievement is around your romance and children and your creativity. So, and how to become pregnant. I really am feeling this is part of it. And this is representing the position this is in is your health and your daily routines and your habits. And so I know, like, if you've gone through this, this energy, and you have conceived a child this way, it can be really challenging on the physical body. And so congratulations to you again. And then we have the Seven of Cups. So, and the Seven of Swords here. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's hope that maybe it's not quite that many, but it's talking about having a lot of opportunity here. And these are all cups of love. Each one of these is a gift, and each one of them is different. So, yeah, this is talking about the external forces coming in. And that would, maybe that's representing how many sperm hit. That kind of energy. And then vying for the opportunity. And then look at this, we have the Ten of Pentacles coming in for your external forces. So this is talking about the what if. Like when you're laying in bed at night and you're thinking, what if I never conceive? What if I don't have children? But what if this? What if that? And now, here you are. And now we're looking at the external forces coming in and how those are going to affect you. So yes, this probably cost you a lot of money, but it seems like you had the lifestyle to be able to afford to do this. So this is talking about having the money coming in for you, having this is the Ten of Pentacles is the most that you can get. This is health, wealth, happiness. This is talking about, part of that is money, but it's more talking about your lifestyle, having the lifestyle you always wanted, like the two, your loving partner, the house in the country kind of energy I'm getting, or in the suburbs, and you have the pets and you have the children and you have time to talk to your neighbors, and, it's all what you dream, like the all-American dream is coming true. And this is coming in. The Chariot is saying you are on your destined path, and it's all this is saying it's already in motion, which was the energy that I got from here. So this is something that is happening right now for you, and how far along I'm not sure, but it's talking about that you're on your path, and this is like powered by kind of the universe. This is destiny. This is meant to happen for you. And then we have, okay, so disappointments in the past with these cups of love. And that's the energy that I'm talking about here. And this was, I feel that perhaps you have gone through this 3 times. And this is the 3rd time you've done it. And this was kind of like you were like so disappointed and you were almost afraid to do it again this time. And I think there's a certain limit also of how much you can, how long you can keep doing this for. And the universe is saying, this, don't be disappointed. This time it's going to work, that kind of energy. That's what I feel. And then, yeah, okay, so the sadness and the regret over these 3 that didn't. And okay, and now this is coming in. So I don't know if this represents twins. That's the kind of energy I'm picking up, which in this case would be really good. I mean, hey, if you were blessed with 7, that would be great. But like twins is really safe, you know? That's like a safe amount of babies. They're usually a lot healthier if there's, you know, like twins is like a regular event kind of energy. And so I feel like this is just talking about like it took you a lot of courage to do it again, you know, like because the disappointment was overwhelming for you. I'm getting you were in regret, and maybe it was also a matter of like running out of like we can't afford to just keep doing this forever kind of energy. And then the Hierophant comes in. So the Hierophant is saying, for whatever reason, this was a blessing in disguise, what you went through here. Something about maybe, I feel like maybe there was like when you were pregnant in the past and then it didn't work, or you know, it didn't take, it was because there was too many babies, and it just it wasn't as solid. And now, like, so this was a blessing in disguise is what this was saying. Even though it was really challenging, it was a blessing in disguise, because this is the perfect, these are the souls that want to come in for you. This is a very specific reading for someone. And like the Hierophant is talking about bringing in that this is your destined path, that this is something that the universe and God have orchestrated for you. And the Hierophant has, it's about the Hierophant has that his hand in a blessing in disguise. Like this is a blessing, and this can be a blessing in disguise. And then we have, yeah, going off to calmer waters with God. So this is talking about, you know, having faith in God's plan, even when you don't have, like when you were concerned and worried. This is about having faith in God's plan. And look at, we have the 2 swords there again. And I just feel like this is about having to dig really deep to be able to leave the really emotional waters and move on to sales, you know, like smooth going kind of energy. All right, that's cool. Maybe this is also representing the calmness of the amniotic water. I feel like you're going to be a really beautifully calm mother. That kind of energy is coming in. I can't even read this as anything else but this. I mean, it could be a project that you're starting or whatever. That's possible for some. And it could be like your baby, and you had to go to great lengths to get it done. That's possible. And you were nurturing it like you would a pregnancy, that kind of energy. So let's clarify this. If you're enjoying this, please give it a like and a comment. And we will clarify with my oracle cards, Tales from the Vector. That's TAILS. I have a website, talesfromthevector.com. I started this oracle back in 2007, completed 64 paintings by the 2020, and now it's courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. And there's some really big dragon paintings involved here, which is partly why it took me so long. I've had them out and about in the past at psychic fairs and at my seminars, etc. But it wasn't complete. Now I have all the paintings. I'm working on the information that goes with it. And then I will, in the description box below, I will list the cards as they come up in the order. The numbers represent the number on the painting in my gallery, so that you can take a look at which ones they are. Oh, here we go. So we have the High Priestess. And so I feel like the High Priestess sits right next to God on the right side of his throne. And this is about having the joy of being a mother. This is basically talking, this High Priestess card is actually a beautiful dragonfly with a poinsettia, and it's talking about the birth of Jesus Christ, like the miracle birth. So I really, like, I'm just getting chills here, saying that, yes, you know, you deserve to have, and this is like the joy. I can just feel all the joy, and that this is being supported also by the divine energy. Really awesome. And then we have the moon coming in. So we do have a new moon. on today. This is, I'm getting, in part, this is also talking about cycles, you know, that like the menstrual cycle and all that energy. And I'm sure that you're right on top of that if you've been doing it this way. And so this is talking about, you know, we do have a new moon come, and it's on the 18th actually. So the new moon is in the Capricorn energy, and it's about taking consistent steps of action to reach your goal. And that's basically what you've done. And that is talking about the responsibility and bringing what is a thought down to earth and making it physical matter. So it's kind of interesting that it's coming out that way, but it's talking about like this fulfillment. This, because this is representing your fulfillment, and this is for you the ultimate fulfillment. And this is reckless abandon. It's WRECK. That it can't go wrong now. It's that kind of energy. This is meant to happen for you. And so the energy then is coming in of pride. So yeah, this is like, I feel like this, you know, this reaching into the lion for your fears. When lions have babies and they have like a mate, they call it a pride. And I just feel that that's, and it's kind of like, hear me roar. You face your fears, and you know, congratulations. Okay, and mothers worry. Okay, so yeah, mothers are taught to worry. We automatically worry. That's what mothers do, and it's actually not productive. So this is saying focus on, you know, just all the good parts of it, and you know, it's the worst thing a mother can do is worry about her children, because if you can't see a bright future for them, who's going to? So focus on the future with these children. I know you've been through a lot, but I actually had a client at one point that had a difficult pregnancy, and her babies were born so healthy and they were big and they were loud, and the hospital was expecting like these fragile babies, and they were anything but fragile. It was a miracle birth for sure. And both of them, like now they're teenagers now, but they just thrived, absolutely thrived. And it just so happens that their sun sign is also in the sign of Cancer. So I feel like that's just, you maybe wanted to hear that story. The mother was really worried, and I had worked with her before, and I told her, yeah, you see your children, you see them healthy, you see them wealthy, you see them wise, and that's how you see them. And I also had, when I was pregnant, I was on bed rest for 5 months, the last 5 months of my pregnancy, and I never worried. I knew the baby was healthy, but I was kind of like I had to, she wasn't receiving enough oxygen unless I was on bed rest. And so it was really challenging for me. But when they told me, like, you know, I just needed to lay still, I laid still for 5 months, and I was very active, so it was really challenging. But I just decided, well, this is just a small portion of my life, and I'll do what I need to do to bring in this healthy baby. And now, like, she's a grown adult, she's married, you know, she's a beautiful daughter, and you know, was born totally healthy. It was really awesome. She was born on Mother's Day also. And so then we have the karmic space of intentions. Yeah, so it's just talking here about, I feel like sometimes I think, and I'm sure you've experienced this, people have been maybe a little bit insensitive about what you're really going through here. And just recognize that people have, like, a lot of times people say kind of things that aren't helpful, but they don't mean to hurt you. So just, you know, water off a duck's back. Just focus on that connection between you and the babies, and everything will be, oh, I've got the hiccups now. And there we go. So this is talking, yes, it's going to be a whole new world. This is an energetic upgrade. This is a big achievement for you, and it's really awesome. It's good energy. We have having the strength and the integrity to keep going, even when it really was hard for you. I understand that. I can feel that energy. I'm really proud of you. Like, this is again talking about now that you have conceived this pregnancy, now you need to take that energy and not worry about it and enjoy the experience. You deserve to enjoy the experience. And then we have the Taurus energy coming in. So yeah, this is talking about toddlers already. So, and this is about the give and take in life kind of energy. And so maybe that's what you were thinking. Like maybe you've been working on this for like 2 years, and you're thinking, I thought I would have toddlers by now, but you will. You'll be busy, I feel like. And yeah, I'm just getting this energy of twins. My mom was an identical twin. Okay, so then we have what's fun for some is not fun for everyone. Yeah, I feel like this is basically saying that a lot of people just assume that, they're going to get married and have children and da-da-da, and it doesn't always work out so easily. And this was very disruptive for you and your plans. I think in some level it really hit you kind of like, oh, like I might not ever have what I really always wanted in my whole life, like since I was a little kid. But don't, focus on moving forward now. So this is talking about, yes, dissemination of information and being able to move forward, and move forward, and regardless of all the information and what's said and all of that, it's just information. And this is talking about the karmic space of indifference. So we're all in this together. I feel like, again, that disappointment, I don't think that anyone can possibly understand how you felt. No matter like what anyone said to you or whatever, I feel like they just couldn't understand. And so it's kind of like there's a karmic space of indifference where you just don't care about what the pain that other people are going through. But I just feel like for you, it was more like no matter what anyone said, it didn't help. Like it's just you were feeling it very deeply. And yeah, and so now this is about giving yourself total permission for your authentic desires and recognizing that, let go of the regret from the past and move forward now with strength. That's the energy. It's being said here twice. Don't worry. Just, enjoy the experience. You've earned being able to enjoy the experience. And in actual fact, that's the very best thing you can do right now is to enjoy the experience. And then there's dissension. So, yeah, I just feel again, it's just like, I feel people can be a little bit insensitive if maybe your friends around you were having babies and that. And just some of the things that people say and do, it's just, yeah, but I don't think it was intentional. And I feel like it's kind of when someone has a dream like that and it gets dashed and then it does a second time. And, it's kind of like, oh, people can't just understand. It's almost like you're grieving, like you're grieving like an actual loss of a major, and you need to go through that grieving process. Regardless of, how far along or if it didn't take at all, that's the kind of energy. So, and here we have, this is God's judgment, that you need to move on to, calm waters and just be, I'm seeing again, amniotic fluid. So it's all good. And the best place for a child is in a calm mother's belly, right? And you've earned this, like to have this, like, I would really stay close to God during this time. And I just feel like congratulations are in order. And if you've enjoyed this reading, please do give it a like and a comment. And consider subscribing to the channel if you resonate. I would be honored if you did so. And I will have another reading for you, Cancer, that will be for the beginning of February. Sorry. All right. Bye for now. Sorry, Stella. I have to wake you up. I know you're being such a good girl.